Welcome to part 2 of our Love and Money series. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between a common law breakup and a divorce and what it could mean for you financially. So first, we're going to talk about division of assets. Assets are things like property, investment accounts, bank accounts. In a divorce, whatever has been amassed in the family, the assets are legally required to be split, regardless of whose name is on it, which means the spouse with more assets will have to split some with the spouse with less assets. And that's the law. In a common law breakup, however, no such right or obligation exists. No matter how long you've been together, those assets do not need to be shared. So if you have a lot of assets, you don't need to worry about having to split them. The only way that your partner is actually entitled to get any of your assets in a common law breakup is if they take you to court. You have to hire lawyers, and this can be very time-consuming and costly. Our next topic is spousal support. Both common law and marriage have a right to spousal support, so it's important to know what you're getting yourself into on both accounts. After you're married, no matter what, there's a right to either receive or an obligation to pay spousal support, regardless of the timeline that you've been married for. In a common law breakup, it's the same. However, it's a lot more difficult to get. Only if you've been common law for 3 consecutive years, and you have to apply for spousal support within 2 years after the breakup. 2 years is all you have, or you get nothing. Whereas if it was a divorce, you can apply for spousal support 30 years, 40 years, it doesn't matter. That right to spousal support is always there. Next, we're going to talk about the right to stay in the matrimonial home. That sounds like a lot of jargon, but this is really important. So the matrimonial home is considered the house that both of you live in. In a marriage, the right to live and stay in the matrimonial home after a divorce is equal between both partners, and it's up to the partners and their lawyers to decide who gets to keep the house. But nobody's kicked out. With a common law, that's not the case. Unless your name is on the deed, you have no right to stay in the matrimonial home, no matter how long you've been living there or how much you've been financially contributing. And you could come home one day from grocery shopping and be locked out, and there's nothing that you could do about it. And lastly, we're going to talk about what happens without a will. In a marriage, if your spouse passes away without a will, you automatically get your share of your spouse's estate, no matter what. With a common law, the rules are different. If your partner passes away without a will, you're entitled to nothing, no matter how long you've been together. They do have the right to legally contest the will, but again, lawyers, time, and money are involved. There is one aspect of divorce and common law breakup that is the same, and that's anything that has to do with children. The laws for custody, adoption, and child support are the same, no matter whether it was common law or marriage. A lot of times my clients who are living together with their partner will say, oh, well, me and my partner, we live together, we're basically married. But I hope now you understand the difference. Do you think that common law partners should be entitled to split half the assets when they break up? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to hear your opinion. So I'm Shannon Lee Simmons, and this is Money Awesomeness on Coral. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and make sure that you tune in next week for domestic contracts, aka prenups. I'm going to teach you how to protect yourself if you're thinking about moving in with someone, paying off their debt, buying a house, or getting married.